Hello, Glyn here from Keystone Skills. I'm bringing you today a visualization that might help you through times when you're needing support, but there's nobody to reach out for. It might be 3 o'clock in the morning when you can't sleep. It might be Sunday afternoon after you've spent time with people and things catch up with you. So I'd like to read you something, and I want you to, first of all, get comfy. So be in a space where you are able to just sit without distractions. And it will take probably close to 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less, depending on how fast I speak. But I'll try and leave you space to really think about what I'm asking you to do as well. So first of all, I just invite you to get comfy. And what I actually ask people to do is to feel the back of the chair. So just feel the back of the chair, and then that allows your lower back and your hips to actually sink into the chair and feel a little bit more comfortable. And it also encourages your shoulders to drop. So if you haven't done that already, or if it doesn't do that, I encourage you to drop your shoulders. So I'm going to invite you now to imagine a challenge that you've faced or see yourself facing in the future. So this is about you being creative, about gathering support when there's nobody else around, or when you actually don't want to, or when the people that are around, it may not be completely safe or comfortable for you to do so, for you to ask their help. So I'll just give you one or two, or a couple of seconds to think of something. This needs to have significance, but it's not the biggest challenge that you're ever going to face in life. So it's probably on a scale of 1 to 10, it would be around a 5 or 6. So something that is meaningful though. Something that has either or is bringing up fear or anxiety or a sense of being lost or loneliness or confusion, isolation, those sorts of things. So I'm just going to be silent for a couple of seconds while you get that. So it needs to bring up some sense of challenge in you. So I invite you to close your eyes and imagine a picture in front of you, a difficult conversation or a difficult meeting or a leadership challenge, and sense into how it feels. What emotions are there? What thoughts are there? Are there any sensations? Basically, you want to sense into that change in the experience of yourself. So notice if your body responds. Do you feel smaller or tighter or tense? Any part of you, perhaps, that wants to get away or move away? Anything that comes up in your body. Just notice what comes up in you and sense, get a real sense of this challenge for you. So just as you sit there with your eyes closed, just feeling and noticing it. If you do get a sense of how this challenge feels for you in this moment, maybe just take a breath. And as you breathe out, maybe breathe out a little bit longer than the breath in. That might be counting. You might be able to figure that out by counting. And one more. Now put attention on some kind of presence that could accompany you. So what I mean by that, and I'm just going to get my notes, is something that you trust that's on your side, or somebody that you trust is on your side, some being. So it could be a person, it could be a person that you know, it could be a person that you have known that's no longer here anymore. Maybe a fictional character, non-human. It could be a tree or a place, an animal. It could be a light, it could be a glittery light, or it could be a sound. It could be music. You can imagine a song, perhaps. So have a sense of where this person is in relation to your body right now. They could be sitting beside you, in front of you, behind you. So if you can trust as well that they may have some contact with you. Just a couple of examples is they may have their hand on your shoulder or on the middle part of your back, or not. They don't have to. If you've imagined an animal, or let's say you've imagined an eagle, that eagle could be sitting on your arm or your shoulder or the chair next to you. And if one isn't enough, it could be multiple beings. So bring a few people or a few beings into your company. Sense what it's like to have these beings, these people perhaps, on your side and by your side. And notice how there is an effect in your body, an effect in your breathing. Any movement, any emotions that arise, just notice. Sense into that and take in that sense of real support. Holding that sense, maybe even increasing that sense a bit. And what I mean by that is thinking about the joy or the relaxation that that gives you, and thinking about that again. I invite you to now turn your attention back to the challenge that you thought of, and notice now how you feel. Trying all the time to keep that sense of the company with you, that support while you face the challenge. Notice how it feels. Maybe it feels different than before. If you want to increase that support, if it doesn't feel as if it's enough related to the challenge, just check in to see if there's another person or another being that you might like to bring in. And now, once again, just notice how it feels when you're in that challenge. And maybe that feels different than before. And when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope that makes a difference to you.